Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fact Corner. Hope you're well. We will start in about 5 minutes, if that's okay. I'm ready-ish. I trust you all are as well. The pitch round is open, so get stuck into that. Don't do the music yet, please. Happy birthday, Ed. We'll get underway in 5 minutes, if that's okay. Do say hello in the chat if you're here. If you're not. And I'm going to have a cigarette, and then we'll probably start after my fag, actually, if that's okay. All right, Jim, how are you? Trust you're well and all gathered safely and whatnot. We have more teams. I can confirm we have more teams this week. It'll be very exciting. Some large teams. A large and economically diverse crowd has gathered. It's going to be amazing. Hello, Stephanie. I trust you and John and your merry band are all well. I need to start doing this, don't I? Yep. I'm excellent, Jim. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very well. But we do have some of the less efficient teams have rejoined us, I'm afraid, tonight. So I'll tell you now, I need 2 words for both 11 and 12. 2-word answers for 11 and 12. Sorry. So if I only put 1 word in, that's not enough. That's fine. Cool. Hello, Mickey. Hello, Frankie. I trust you are well. I'm just going to wait until all the teams have put an answer in at all before I start, if that's okay. So if you're ready to put any pictures in, answers in, or anything like that, just do so. And remember, 2-word answers for 11 and 12. I mean, it's not particularly involving as to why, but there we go. Hello, Tim. Did I see correctly that your brother made his first ever pancakes yesterday? Did I see that? I think I did. And that I found that surprising. I'll be honest, I found that quite late in life to be making one's first pancake. Unless he's recently overcome, I don't know, a lactose intolerance or something, in which case, tremendous. Well done. If any of the members of the Jimmy's Bar team, they weren't pictured, Tim, sorry. They weren't pictured. There was a. Oh no, there was one, but it was a little underdone, if anything. I tell a lie. But yeah, Lemon, Immaculate Kitchen. Probably the best Madonna album. Terrible joke. Oh, hi, Andy. Yeah, so if a member of the Jimmy's Bar Collective are here, feel free just to put an answer in or say hello. Or if you're having difficulty, please send me a message. And we'll get back to you as soon as possible. That's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to hear these options again. Or press hash to speak to an operator. I'm trying to think who that is. Hello, Jimmy. All right, cool. Excellent. Then I will begin. Excellent stuff. You've got all manner of time to finish those. I'm trying to think who that is. Who could that be in there? Oh, yes, I know. I do know now. Yep. Okay. When it's question time, I'm going to hold up this bag from Thomas the Baker's, ladies and gentlemen. Who's right? So here's a fact: I don't really like sausage rolls. I know that seems unlikely, doesn't it? But I don't. But their sausage rolls are excellent, aren't they? Anyway, question 16, ladies and gentlemen. Question 16 is on TV. Funny weekend this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Funny weekend. On the downside, I was struck in the head, a near fatal blow to the head by an obelisk and a steamer. Was heavily concussed, really quite badly concussed, suffering serious cognitive impairment, that sort of thing. But on the plus side, this lack of mental acuity enabled me to enjoy the BBC One primetime series Catch Point, which is, and I'm not making this up, this is the game Catch Point. Answer a question or guess a question, catch a ball. That's it. Answer a question, catch a ball. BBC Primetime Catch Point. Who, inevitably, is the presenter of the new BBC One primetime game show, Catch Point? Who presents it? Good. Poor choice there. Question 17 is on sport. Very straightforward question. Which nation has reached the final of three Rugby Union World Cups but has never won. Reached the final of 3 Rugby World Cups without ever winning. Which country is that? Good. Question 18, ladies and gentlemen, is on geography. Let us imagine we're in London. Ladies and gentlemen, let's imagine we're in London. And we just decide to go, in the words of the village people, go west. We just go west. We hit a little bit of Ireland at the bottom, and then we go west again when we get to the other side. Which country do we hit then? So basically, going west from London, what's the first country not in the British Isles that you hit, going due west from London? Question 19, ladies and gentlemen, let us once again harness our inner Bruce Springsteen and sing the words cakes of Wikipedia to the tune of Streets of Philadelphia. What I'm going to give you is a description of a cake or type of cake from Wikipedia. All you need to do is tell me what word, which is represented in this passage by the word blank, what word replaces the blank? A blank is a rich, sweet dessert bar. It resembles the traditional, not telling you, but substitutes vanilla for the cocoa and contains brown sugar. Blanks are made from flour, brown sugar, butter, eggs, baking powder, and vanilla, and may also contain walnuts or pecans. Blanks often contain white or dark chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, or other flavoured chips. Blanks may also contain coconut, nuts, toffee, or any other chunky candy for added texture. Blanks are not usually frosted. The brown sugar tends to be sweet enough. A variation is the Congo bar, which contains chocolate chips with either walnuts or coconuts. That's just the same information. They are baked in a pan in an oven in a manner similar to that of the baking of traditional not telling you. Then they are cut into rectangular shapes for serving. Blanks are sometimes served in sundaes, often topped with caramel sauce or caramel. What is that word, legend? I'm not going to read all that again. It's quite straightforward. Richie Powers watching the football. Good to see. Lovely stuff. Question 20 is on films and now showing the kind of weight loss not seen since Happy Birthday, Ed. Which actor voiced Sully, the character Sully in the film Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University? Which actor provides the voice for the monster Sully in the film Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University? Literally half the man he used to be. Good. Question 21 is, as ever, ladies and gentlemen, the most loyal and trusty of tubular foodstuffs, the humble sausage. Which UK sausage manufacturer, surely the most noble of all professions, you would have thought, but they made an attempt to sully their reputation by making a sausage based on Boris Johnson? Sobering thought, though they didn't say which bit. And then faced, of all things, a social media backlash, the most horrifying consequence that there is in the 21st century, a social media backlash. Which UK sausage manufacturer faced such for its Boris Johnson sausage? After he paid them a visit and held them up as a triumph of British industry. Who was it? Which sausage manufacturer is that? Just one word is fine. Question 22, ladies and gentlemen, what I give you is a list of 10 seemingly unconnected things, which on closer inspection are in fact united by a single conjoining theme. All you need to do is tell me what that theme is. You need to be a bit specific, but not too specific. So what links either Andre the Giant or Swan regular Johnny Bairstow brawn, a pink cat, a posthumous US #1 for Janis Joplin, the fictional coastal town of Tarrant, a star of 12 films between 1943 and 2020, the lead character in those films between 1943 and 2020. The Reverend Spooner and his pig tent. Basic instructions on how to use a hob. And the fictional TV series, The Riverbank Young Ones. The Riverbank Young Ones. I'll give you those again. Either Andre the Giant or Swan regular Johnny Bairstow. Also Chris Benoit. I think he was known for it as well. Not all the things. keep it friendly. Brawn, a pink cat, a posthumous US #1 for Janis Joplin, the coastal town of Tarrant, fictional. Oh, I forgot this one. The Bartered Bride. Although that's quite a difficult clue. The Bartered Bride. The lead character, excuse me, in 12 films between 1943 and 2020. The Reverend Spooner's Pig Tent. Basic instructions on how to use a hob. And the Riverbank Young Ones. What links those things? Question 23 is on classical irregularity. Which term, used for an irregular birth, I think you'd call it, an irregular birth, an irregular event of birth, takes its name from a portmanteau, squishing together, of two Greek deities, two well-known Greek gods and goddesses. A term for irregularity at birth, I think you'd call it. If that's insensitive or wrong, I apologise, not my intention. It takes its name from a portmanteau squishing together of two Greek deities. What is that? Question 24 is on TV. The Bill Bailey legend. And Bill Bailey became the oldest ever winner of BBC's flagship pleb dazzle, Strictly Come Dancing, at the age of 55, ladies and gentlemen. The oldest ever contestant, however, is a TV presenter with familiar links to the programme, who appeared in 2012 at the age of 74. He made his first TV appearance, other than presenting one episode Down at the Old Bull and Bush, but that's not important. He made his first proper TV appearance on Play School in 1973. Who is it? The oldest ever Strictly Come Dancing contestant, a man who does have familiar links to the programme. He appeared in 2012 at the age of 74, which was some 49 years after his first TV appearances on Play School in 1973. Who is that man? Question 25, ladies and gentlemen, is on booze. Which brand of vodka, ladies and gentlemen, which brand of vodka claims to be the second best-selling in the UK, presumably behind Smirnoff? This is despite being made in Scotland, ladies and gentlemen, from sugar beet. Either sugar beet or just if you just squeeze the locals in the middle, some vodka comes out. It was originally launched as Grant's Vodka, but following the legal challenge, I presume from the distillery, changed its name to that by which it is currently known. The UK's second leading vodka brand, ladies and gentlemen. Made in Scotland from sugar beet, formerly known as Grant's Vodka, but following the legal challenge, changed its name to something a bit similar. That name is still currently known by. What brand is that? Question 26. Which man who has won the World Snooker Championship once and been in the final 3 times has the nickname Magic Ian? Has the nickname The Magician in reference to his admirable cue action and long potting. For a long time, he lived in Whiston in Rotherham near Sheffield. Who is that man? A 3-time World Snooker Championship finalist and 1-time World Champion, 2005, I think, known as the Magician. Beautiful cue action, excellent long potting, looks a lot like Mr. Tumble. Question 27 is on films. What is the name of the film, ladies and gentlemen, released way back in 2011 to very moderate reviews, but which became Netflix's most watched film of the year 2020, maybe because it portrays a pandemic and then a global response to that pandemic. What is the name of that film, ladies and gentlemen? Netflix's most watched film of the year 2020, which features a pandemic and the global response to that pandemic, which seems thematically apt. What was the name of that film? Someone just got a wrong answer to one of the questions, but it's so clever for 3/4 of it. I'm going to give them a point. I know it's not. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to remove that because it doesn't work. Sorry, I'm an idiot. No, I'm not getting a point. Question 28, ladies and gentlemen, is on politics. Which British Prime Minister, I'm going to say post-Second World War British Prime Minister, did not go by his given name, which is Leonard. So basically his name is Leonard, and then the name by which he was known, that's first name and surname. His real name was Leonard. Which post-war British Prime Minister is that? No, we haven't, have we? This is very true, Mickey. Very true. So actually, if you get an only connect question, the first one's James. You might as well just say it's the Beatles, isn't it? Like that sort of thing. So, it always is. Question 29, ladies and gentlemen, is on children's literature. Rick Riordan, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Riordan is the author of which series of children's books featuring the protagonist's name, the boy's name in the title, ladies and gentlemen, deal with supernatural and ancient goings-on? Just need the name of the title character. I think they've been made in a couple of films. Maybe 2010 and then 2013, 2012, 2013, something like that. Rick Riordan. As in Derek Riordan, the former Hibernian centre forward. Author of which series of children's books? First and second have been turned into films. The series they all contain the boy's name and deal with supernatural goings on. What is the name of that book series? And question 30, ladies and gentlemen, last one for a bit. Is on adverts. What was advertised on television using the slogan, "It is, are you? It is, are you?" Was that's really irritating tone, isn't it? Is advertising slogan used to advertise what product, ladies and gentlemen? It is, are you? Used to advertise what product, ladies and gentlemen? Right, questions 31 to 40. I'm going to give you 5 minutes for these. According to YouGov, ladies and gentlemen, according to YouGov, there's a poll on YouGov, okay, which features the 10 music festivals that are most highly thought of by UW users. 10 UK music festivals. I will tell you now, anything that's linked in some way, they've been combined. Okay. Let me think of one from lower down. There's like festivals that a touring festival, for example, and they listed them all. So I haven't done that. Anything that's the same festival, just in different locations, they're entered as one entry. Okay, so think about that. So that's the next 10, one in each answer space. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do that. The top 10 best music festivals, ladies and gentlemen. And if they are grouped thematically, then I've grouped them. Okay. I'm going to start again in 30 seconds. You will have time to put those answers in later if you haven't finished, by the way. For 30 seconds or so. 9 of the festivals have been got, by the way. There's only one that no one has got. And it's not unheard of at all. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now never let it be said, ladies and gentlemen. Some people do say that. Some people say this quiz gets a bit trivial and silly at times, so we're here to dispel those rumours, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, how many polos do you get in a normal packet of polos? A regular packet of polos. How many do you get? I'm going to give you 2 either way. How many polos are there in what you deem a packet of polos? How many are there? Question 42 is on TV, and I've definitely asked this before, I think, but I like it, so I'm interested. Again, Tim Martin, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Martin, not only Wurzel Gummidge's uglier brother, but also the owner of the J.D. Wetherspoons chain, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the J.D. Wetherspoon chain. The chain named after 2 things. Wetherspoon, after Mr. Wetherspoon, a teacher at school, who told him he would never be rich, which is not correct, but he may have meant morally. Or J.D. and also then J.D. from the character Jefferson Davis Hogg, better known by nickname, in which TV series? The J.D. in J.D. Wetherspoon has come from Jefferson Davis Hogg, known by nickname. Which TV series does Jefferson Davis Hogg feature? What to tell you about Jefferson Davis? I'm going to say he's a foreign 19th century political figure. That's fair enough. Jefferson Davis, that's who this man is named after. And certainly relevant to the programme. Certainly in terms of design. Question 43 is on films, ladies and gentlemen. At the time of release, when it was made, which 1999 Will Smith film was the most expensive of all time on its release? In an out-of-character outburst and a needlessly coarse review, the noted critic Barry Norman described the film as absolute fucking bollocks. Which film is that, ladies and gentlemen? 1999 Will Smith film that, when it was made, was the most expensive of all time. It was not a critical success. Question 44 is on video games. In order to avoid legal ramifications, the 4 boss characters in Street Fighter 2, so there's the normal characters, and 4 you play at the end. You could play them all in later games, but initially they were all bosses. They had to do a bit of a switch around to avoid legal issues with their names. 3 of the 4 swapped names. One of them, who had already appeared in a previous game, did not. Which character is that? Which boss character is that who did not have to change his name because of legal ramifications from the game Street Fighter 2? Okay. Question 25. Part of the larger area of Macaronesia, not Macronesia, Macaronesia, a group of islands. They're an autonomous region of Portugal. São Miguel is the largest, and Corvo, which means crow, is the smallest. What is that group of islands? One of 2 autonomous regions of Portugal and part of Macaronesia, a group of islands of which São Miguel is the largest and Corvo the smallest. Which islands are they? I will repeat 44 again, Jim. Yeah, 44 was, in order to avoid legal ramifications, the 4 boss characters in Street Fighter 2 had to do a bit of a switch around of their names, with 3 of the 4 changing the names from the Japanese original for Western release. Who was the only boss who did not change his name, as he had appeared already in a previous game in the series? Which, it won't surprise you to learn, was Street Fighter. So who's the boss who didn't change his name in Street Fighter 2? "46, ladies and gentlemen, is on clothing. Similar to capri pants, or capri pants if you prefer. No, it's Capri Sun, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it is. Similar to capri pants. What close-fitting three-quarter length trousers derive their name from people who harvest mollusks? Three-quarter length, tight-fitting trousers derive their name from people who harvest small bivalve mollusks. They're similar to capri pants. And their name is nothing to do with their tightness. I can reveal, and I apologise for saying that, really. So looking for another name or this type of trouser, ladies and gentlemen. Share the name of people who harvest small bivalve mollusks. A lot of you have made the same answer. You know what they are. It's not that, is it? Come on. It's sad. Their name is not related to their tightness, I can confirm. Although, I mean, come on. Question 47 is on sport, ladies and gentlemen. What is the name of the baseball player second on the all-time home run list in Major League Baseball and leading the list of most home runs in Major League Baseball by people who don't have giant steroidal heads? What is the name of that player who sadly passed away in January of this year? Known by the nickname Hammerin. A baseball player second on the all-time home run list with 755 and very much leading the list of people who weren't absolutely juiced to the max hitting home runs, who passed away sadly in January of this year. It's pretty close, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty close. Question 48 is on disambiguation. What I'm going to give you are the possible ways that a Wikipedia disambiguation page will give you. It's basically results that have the same name but are different things. So the Wikipedia disambiguation page, for which two-word name contains entries for an English musician and poet, an American jazz singer, a Dad's Army character, a trades unionist, several sportsmen, a serial killer. If you put an ampersand in the two of them, it's still on the page. You get a clothing brand, and with a slight spelling alteration, a snooker player and an English DJ and singer. What name is that you search for on Wikipedia? The disambiguation page provides options for an English musician, guitarist, poet, and DJ, an American jazz singer, a Dad's Army character, a leading trades unionist of the 20th century, several sportsmen, a serial killer, and then with an ampersand in between the first name and the surname, a clothing brand, and with a spelling alteration, a snooker player, and an English DJ and singer and rapper. What is that name that you search for? I will repeat 47. Yeah, sorry, 47. Who is that? Dave. 47, Dave, sorry, mate. What is the name of the baseball player who is second on the Major League Baseball all-time home run list with 755? He sadly passed away in January of this year, and he's definitely hit the most home runs of people who weren't absolutely pumped up on steroids. Who is that man? He also appeared, I think, in 24 All-Star matches, which is a record he shares with Willie Mays. So it's not Willie Mays either, you know. The Statue's Crying 2 and Willie Mays. Question 49, ladies and gentlemen, is on comedians, ladies and gentlemen. Sane Man, One Night Stand, Ninja Bachelor Party, Relentless, and Revelations are all comedy stand-up shows commercially released and now on Netflix, I think. By which comedian? Sane Man, One Night Stand, Ninja Bachelor Party, Relentless, and Revelations. All stand-up shows by which comedian? So they're some years old, but they have been re-released on Netflix. Not recently, but they are on Netflix. Question 50, ladies and gentlemen, is on history, and words you will not hear me say during the Six Nations are hurrah for the red shirts, ladies and gentlemen, not the brown shirts, don't get carried away. The red shirts, ladies and gentlemen, not, however, always the Welsh rugby team. In the 19th century, the red shirts were the followers, adherents, and indeed soldiers of which military figure? European figure in the 19th century, the red shirts, ladies and gentlemen, followed which European military figure. Let's call him a general, because he was. Question 51 is on bad art. Ladies and gentlemen, bad art. The artist Cassius Marcellus Coolidge, not Cassius Marcellus Clay, Cassius Marcellus Coolidge, is best known for a series of pictures of animals, 9 of which feature animals participating in an unlikely event. These pictures are often seen on the walls of stereotypical American dive bars on television. Basically, what I need is I need the name of the animal, a verb or a participle, and then what they're doing. That's the answer. So the answer, Cassius Marcellus Coolidge is best known for a series of 16 pictures of animals in unlikely situations, 9 of which feature the same animals doing the same thing. They're often seen on the walls in American bars, ladies and gentlemen. What are they doing? What are they? What are this picture of? Good. I wasn't sure if that was going to be that was clear enough, but it is. People have got it. Good. Especially you might get it if you've recently turned your garage into a bar, for example. I don't know anyone who's done that until it becomes a nursery. Question 52, ladies and gentlemen, is on politics. And when it comes to people whose names seem only to exist for the purposes of limericks, you can't say much fairer than the Georgia Senator John Ossoff, who at the age of 33 is the youngest Democratic senator since which man elected at the age of 30 to the Senate in 1973. John Ossoff, ladies and gentlemen, one of the Georgia senators, but 33 is the youngest Democratic senator since which man elected at the age of 30 in 1973. Who is that man? You're doing pretty well. I'll tell you that right now. You're doing pretty well. I'm on question 52, Andy. I've had answers up to every question that I've asked, so I think it's a local issue, I'm afraid. If you've missed anything, let me know. Let me know if you missed them, Mandy, and I'll post them in the video chat as well. Yeah, I mean, I've had questions to the last answers, so I can't. Thanks, Stephanie. Wednesdays are good in a way, not the football team. They are dog shit. Okay, 48 plus. Do you mind if I just post them in, Andy? Because that's a few questions. So, one of them's a bit long, I'm afraid. Okay, we're not better than United. Okay, mate. I think it is at your end. So question 48. The Wikipedia disambiguation page for which two-word name contains entries for an English musician, an American jazz singer, a Dad's Army character, a trades unionist, several sportsmen, a serial killer, with an ampersand in between, a clothing brand, with a slight spelling alteration, a snooker player, and an English DJ and singer. 49 I will post in, so I can do that. Okay, we're up to speed. Sorry, everybody else. Thank you for waiting. Question 53, ladies and gentlemen, is on sport and football. Which team made their one and only World Cup finals appearance, their only appearance in the World Cup finals at the 1998 World Cup in France? Which international team made their one and only World Cup final appearance. That's like the whole competition, not the actual final. At the 1998 World Cup in France. That's 53. I need a 2-word answer for 48, not a 1-word answer, by the way. Question 54, ladies and gentlemen, is on literature and TV. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, imagine the scene. It's Christmas morning in the mid-80s and the World Cup finals. So the whole competition. So not the qualifying, Sophie, but, the main event, but not the final. Mainly because it wouldn't be either their only appearance in the final either. But no, the finals. So question 54, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go back. The mid-1980s. It's Christmas morning. Tremendous. Going to open our lumps of coal. Ragged Satsuma. Chocolate coin. Lovely stuff. And let's pop on the telly, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, we see a bunch of children looking happy to discover that for once their visitor from the BBC was Noel Edmonds. And then the Snowman, ladies and gentlemen, the Snowman, featuring the vocal talents of Not Alex Jones. A lovely tale in which a small boy discovers that his only friend in the world has in fact died of melting. Happy Christmas. Very straightforward question, ladies and gentlemen. What is the name of the boy in the Snowman? What's his name? The boy in the Snowman. What's his name? Just a first name is fine. Question 55, ladies and gentlemen. No problem, Sophie. Question 55, ladies and gentlemen. To which musician of sorts was the noted actress Pamela Anderson married for 4 months in the year 2006? Pamela Anderson was married for 4 months in the year 2006 to a noted musician. Who was that musician? And question 56, ladies and gentlemen, the last question for a bit. Which word of 5 letters or more, one word, 5 letters or more, has appeared in the title of hit singles by all the following artists? Paul Simon, Will Young, popular favourite Belinda Carlisle, Depeche Mode, Daniel Bedingfield, and the Arctic Monkeys, ladies and gentlemen. One word, 5 letters or more. Appeared in the title of hit singles by Paul Simon, Will Young, Belinda Carlisle, Depeche Mode, Daniel Bedingfield, and the Arctic Monkeys. Okay, get on with your music questions. We're going to reconvene at, shall we say, 10... I'm going to give you 20 minutes, so 11 minutes past 10, okay? And then you'll have some more time, but that's 11 minutes past 10, okay? Make sure you get the artist and the song title in the right spaces. Thanks. It's incredibly close, by the way. Really, really close. 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes. 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes. You'll have plenty of time for the last bits, don't we? Okay, just a minute or two now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you plenty of time to come up with pointless answers and finalise your answers. To your pointless questions, there are 4 pointless questions today, only 3 answer spaces, but 4 just to cover a few more bases, just in case you don't know much about them, mainly because one of them's about cricket. So your 4 pointless answers are: I want any species of animal that is mentioned in the Bible, any Test cricketer with 30 or more tests as captain, any artist who released one of the 80 top-selling albums of the 2010s, so that's between 2010 and 2019, or any film for which Al Pacino has an acting credit. Okay? That's according to Wikipedia. So, any species of animal mentioned in the Bible, any Test cricketer with 30 or more tests as captain, any artist who released one of the highest selling albums of the 2010s, that's the artist, not the album title, okay? Or any film for which Al Pacino has an acting credit. Okay? Your tiebreaker question is how long in days is the longest ever sneezing fit suffered by Donna Griffiths of the UK? Okay? So we're looking for obscure answers to any of those questions. You've got the 3 answer spaces, and then put your tiebreaker in the last one, okay? When you've done that, click on save, tick the 3 boxes, and finish. I'm going to give you until 20 past 10, so that's 6 minutes to do all that, okay? Those, by the way. Make sure you're getting the answers in the wrong spaces. Some people are just writing loads of answers in one space. Okay, a couple of minutes to finish off. One minute, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute. Okay. 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. End the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. End the quiz. Okay. Just clean up the final marking bits, and then we'll have some answers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Your picture round was as follows. First one is Sean Dyche, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the pub playing Nutty Like Is. Sean Dyche. Number 2 is Clive Hornby. Number 3, the number 1 seed knocked out of the Australian Open, Ashley Barty. Number 4 is Ali Sheedy. 5, that's Princess Merida. 6 is Mark Thomas. 7 is Anna Ryder Richardson. 8, that's the career of Leon Best, ladies and gentlemen, one of only 3 Irishmen to score a Premier League hat-trick. The others, Robbie Keane and Jonathan Walters. At 9 is Pete Best, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10 is Callum Best. 11 is Princess Latifah, and 12 is her mum, Queen Latifah. 13, that is a flying buttress. I did accept buttress, but that's a flying buttress. 14 is Grecian 2000. And 15 is Newcastle. That's Newcastle under Lyme. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 16, they presented is Paddy McGuinness. 17, France have reached 3 Rugby World Cup finals, never won. And Wales have never reached the final. Jesus. 18, Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Canada, Newfoundland in Pacific, I think. Number 9, Blondie, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Blondie. 20, the actor is John Goodman. 21, the Heck sausage manufacturers. 22, okay, Andre the Giant had a headbutt, ladies and gentlemen, as did Chris Benoit, the flying headbutt, and Swan regular Johnny Bairstow is known for greeting people with a headbutt, of course, so they're headbutters. Brawn is also known as head cheese. The pink cat is Custard from Rhubarb and Custard, not Bagpuss, Custard from Rhubarb and Custard. The posthumous number 1 for Janis Joplin was Me and Bobby McGee. The coastal town of Tarrant is Howard's Way. That was where it was set. The Bartered Bride is by Smetana, which is also the name of a Russian delicacy, completely etymologically unrelated. The star of 12 films was Lassie. The Reverend Spoon's Pig Tent is a hog yurt, so yogurt. Good. Basic hob instructions are to put your pannier. And the Riverbank Young Ones, of course, stars Rick Otter. Lovely stuff later. And they're all dairy products, so I did give you some latitude. 23, Hermaphrodite, Hermes Aphrodite. 24, Johnny Ball is the oldest ever Strictly Come Dancing contestant. 25, Glenn's Vodka is the brand there. 26, The Magician is Sean Murphy. 27, the film is Contagion. 28, Jim Callahan is the Prime Minister. 29, Percy Jackson is the character. Then 30 is It Is, Are You, was the Independent. 31 to 40, the festivals were Glastonbury, the Proms, that's Proms in the Park and all that combined, so the Proms, Isle of Wight Festival, Radio 1's Big Weekend, V Festival, Reading and Leeds, there's one, Download, Tea in the Park, Park Life Festival, and Wireless Festival. 41, there are 23 Polos in the packet, 23, so between 21 and 25 was fine. 42, The Dukes of Hazzard, of course, Boss Hogg. 43, the film was Wild Wild West, the expensive four. 44, so the boxer was originally called Mike Bison, as in Mike Tyson, but they weren't happy with that. So the bloke in the hat, who was originally called Vega, became M. Bison. Vega was called Balrog, and that's the boxer became Balrog. So Sagat is the only one who didn't change his name. Sagat, who was one of the original four bosses in Street Fighter 2. 45, the Azores are the Portuguese islands. 46, the tight-fitting trousers are called clam diggers. 47, the baseball player is Hammering Hank Aaron. 48, the disambiguation page is Jack Jones, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Jones. 49, those are all shows by Bill Hicks. 50, ladies and gentlemen, the red shirt supporters of Garibaldi, half man, half biscuit, of course. 51, gave you some leeway, but Dogs Playing Poker was the answer that I was looking for. 52, the previous youngest Democratic senator was Joe Biden. 53, the team that made the one and only World Cup final appearance in 1998 was Jamaica, the Reggae Boys, of course, Robbie Earl. 54, James is the boy in the snow. 55, Pam Ransom was married to Kid Rock for 4 months in 2006. 56, Leave, the word there, 50 ways to leave your lover, leave right now, leave a light on, leave in silence, I'll never leave your side, leave when the lights come on. The music questions. Were as follows. The first one was Chris Farlow with Out of Time, ladies and gentlemen. Then it was Aerosmith with Dream On. And it was Taylor Dane with Tell It to My Heart. The Cardigans with Rise and Shine. My Chemical Romance with Teenagers. The American Authors with The Best Day of My Life. Velvet Underground and Nico with All Tomorrow's Parties. Probably see what caused me to put that in. With the festivals. Then it was Redbone with Come and Get Your Love. Spandau Ballet with Only When You Leave. Kenny... Well, I did set the Bucketheads. Actually, Kenny Dope Gonzalez presents the Bucketheads, but the Bucketheads is fine with The Bomb. That song is good. Then it was Roll Deep with Good Times, and Anne-Marie with 2002. Your pointless answers, ladies and gentlemen. The species of animal mentioned in the Bible, your pointless answers were the addax, the attacus or board locust, badger, ladies and gentlemen, the bittern, the camelopard, the mouflon, the cockatrice, the hedgehog, the fallow deer, the griffon vulture, the hoopoe, the jerboa, the horseleech, mildew, oryx, ossifrage, which isn't real, the palmer worm, the piegard, the quail, the ringtail, the sparrow or squirrel, no, and the worm. The Al Pacino films could have had Bobby Deerfield, author, the local stigmatic, 2 Bits, Chinese coffee, People I Know, Jiggly, 2 for the Money, Righteous Kill, The Son of No One, or Mandelhorn. The music, any of the artists, you could have had ELO, Ben Howard, James Bay, Tiny Temper, Fleetwood Mac, Alicia Keys, Eminem, Whitney Houston, Paolo Nutini, Bon Jovi, or Plan B. And the cricketers were as follows. Jeff Howarth, the New Zealander, Ted Dexter, England captain, born in Milan, a client of my father, Angelo Matthews, Mushfiqur Rahim, ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh captain, John Reid, another Kiwi captain, Bobby Simpson, well done, who got that? I predict Phil Johnson, the Nawab of Pataudi, ladies and gentlemen, who captained India, and Brian Lara, which nobody said. And the sneezing fit, ladies and gentlemen, lasted 977 days. Your leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, your leaderboard looks as follows. In 8th place, ladies and gentlemen, 8th place, former winners, the Swan Bitches. In 7th place, with 41 points, Jimmy's Bar. In 6th place with 44, last place. Equal 4th, ladies and gentlemen, former winners, the Chords, and the twosome of great joy, Amy and Dave, outperforming themselves, ladies and gentlemen. In 3rd place with 55, universally challenged. In 2nd place with 58, although they did once sell a car, presumed to Pete Best. There was no effing pub. And in 1st place with 60, £5 down the Swanee. So well done, everyone. Thank you all for taking part. Thank you for your donations. There is another quiz at the same time next week, at which it would be an increasingly housebound and itchy-footed pleasure to see each and every one of your grisly online presences, until which juncture. Good night. Bye.